How does Umask work in Linux? Understanding file permissions. Imagine you just created a new file or folder on your Linux system. Have you ever wondered what permissions it gets automatically? That's where the Umask setting comes into play. It controls what permissions are set by default for new files and directories. In Linux, permissions are divided into 3 groups: the owner, the group, and everyone else. Each group can have read, write, and execute permissions. When you create a new file, Linux starts with a default permission set. For files, it's usually read and write for everyone, which is represented as 666 in octal numbers. For directories, it's read, write, and execute for everyone, or 777 in octal. The Umask value is a 3-digit number that tells Linux which permissions to turn off. Think of it as a mask that removes certain permissions from the default. For example, if the Umask is set to 22, it means remove write permission from the group and others. So, for files, the default 666 minus 20 to equals 644. That gives the owner read and write permissions, while the group and others only get read permission. For directories, 777 minus 22 equals 755, which means the owner can read, write, and execute, and everyone else can read and execute. The Umask works by turning off permission bits where the mask has a 1. If a bit in the Umask is set to 1, that permission is disabled for the new file or directory. You can check your current Umask by typing the command umask in the terminal. To change it, type umask followed by the new value. For example, umask 77 will restrict permissions so only the owner has access, making files and directories very private. Understanding how Umask works helps you control who can access your files right from the moment they are created. It's a simple but powerful way to enforce security policies on your Linux system. By setting the right Umask, you can make sure your files are protected and only accessible to the right people.